Hi, it's Apricot Banks again with Chapter 2 of Marina Royale. Let's take a look and see what Olga the octopus, Sparky the dogfish, Aiden and Emma the pufferfish, and our hero Hubert the hermit crab, let's see what they're doing today. All right, let's take a look. This chapter, Chapter 2, is called It's in the Cards. And Olga is trying to make sure that Hubert doesn't join their card game. "You're just afraid I will beat you," Hubert said. "I am not," said Olga. Hubert couldn't force Olga to let him play, but she couldn't stop him from watching. He moved closer to Sparky, who smiled at him. Olga said, "You're bothering us. Go away." "I just want to watch," Hubert replied. "Don't be cranky, Olga," Sparky said. "Hubert, come sit beside me." "No way," Olga argued. "Hubert is too curious, and he thinks you're his best friend." "I am his best friend," said Hubert. "I am his best friend," Olga imitated him. The pufferfish twins giggled. "What's the problem?" Sparky asked. "If we let him stay, he'll peek at my cards and tell you what I have." "I am not a cheater," Hubert defended himself. Ignoring Hubert, Olga looked at the fan of cards in her hand. "Let's play. Sparky, do you have any fours?" Sparky shook his head, which turned his whole body. "Like sharks, dogfish don't have necks. Go fish." He grinned with his sharp teeth. Olga took a card from the pile in the middle. She frowned, looking at the cards in her hand. Then she sighed, disappointed that she couldn't make a pair. Good. Hubert didn't want her to win. Then a wicked smile crossed her face. What was she up to? Olga pointed at something in the water behind Sparky. "Hey, is that an angelfish?" When Sparky turned to look, Olga used one of her long tentacles to sneak the card out of her hand. When Sparky looked back at the game, she lay her cards down, face up. "Four of a kind! I win! I win!" She did a victory dance, punching her tentacles at the sky. Shooting water out behind her, she jetted up and over the other players' heads in a giant loop. Watching that cheater act so happy heated Hubert inside his shell. His face flushed red like a lobster. It just wasn't right. When she came back to the sand, he pointed a claw at Olga. "You cheated. When Sparky looked for the angelfish, I saw you hide a card." "Did not," Olga shouted. "Did too." Hubert looked at the other fish sitting in the circle. "Didn't you notice? She cheated right in front of your faces." Surgeon and the twins wouldn't look Hubert in the eye. They shook their heads. Hubert knew they had seen Olga cheat. They were just too scared to stand up to her. If Olga didn't like you, she would tell the other fish not to play with you. She acted like the boss of everyone, even Sparky. Hubert didn't understand how his best friend could let Olga exclude Hubert from her games. Enough was enough. "Sparky, didn't you see her? She always cheats at cards and then says she didn't. Stop letting Olga bully you." Sparky looked above Hubert's head. His eyes widened. "Look out!" Hubert felt himself lifting off the sand and zooming through the water. With her tentacles, Olga had picked him up by the soccer ball. "Put me down," Hubert shouted. Olga laughed. "Let's do a loop-de-loop." She climbed higher in the water, then swooped around in a big circle. Hubert's head spun, and his stomach twisted as they came out of the loop and kept going straight. It was a good thing his soccer ball shell fit properly. At least he couldn't fall out by accident. At this speed, Rainbow Reef looked smaller and smaller as they sped away. "Please, Olga, put me down." But we're having so much fun. We should do this more often, Hubert, and we're going to, unless you stop bothering my friends and me. Hubert didn't answer. His head was spinning, and Olga was headed for the open ocean. The twins had warned him there was a cliff out there. Past that drop-off, the water was bottomless and filled with sea monsters. He closed his eyes. Okay, I promise to leave you alone. But Olga kept going. Okay, that's the end of chapter 2. And I have one more little thing for you. If you're looking for an activity to go with the story, you can always try and predict what's going to happen next, and maybe write your own story. Or, if you like, you can get this book called Top Secret Journal, which has some fun games in it and some jokes and activities that you can do away from your computer. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed chapter 2, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming, and remember, the applause is for you.